Hello. Hello, we're getting started. We're here again working on the benchmark. So there's been some updates. Let's see, draw from image and image smoothing, they don't work yet, but these three actually do things. And paradoxically, they don't really help. It's very strange. Here we go. We got it all good and populated. Arrows per millisecond is like the primary measurement you want to look at. Yeah, okay, so we're sitting at 290. I enable cache resizing, and no difference. And cache rotation, worse, actually. Somehow worse. And I don't understand why. Integer position is worse as well. I don't, honestly just don't get it. Oh, hey. Welcome back to you, Diffusion AI. Yeah, so I'm completely baffled. I really don't understand why these things that are supposed to improve performance are just not improving performance. And honestly, it doesn't matter though, because the purpose of the benchmark is just like to perform this scientific experiment, and we just have to live with the results, whatever they are. So that's fine. But yeah, for some reason, let's see. For some reason, yeah, this is just. Oh, I should put a 0 in front of this as well. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating that I don't understand why these things have different performance characteristics. And I don't really know how to test. I've already tested like 8 different variations of these functions, and no clearer insights. So I'm just gonna have to live with it. Whatever. We have another thing to implement. Okay, the next thing I want to implement is this so-called draw from image thing. I streamed last night. I added TTS to your Kickbot. TTS. What is TTS? What that? Okay, my next goal is to instead of using an HTML canvas element, I'd like to use an HTML image element or something like that. Oh, text to speech. Oh, cool. You added text to speech to your Kickbot. So does that mean whenever a viewer posts a message, it just like reads it aloud for you? Yes, it reads it aloud. So viewers can type. Oh, they can type in exclamation point TTS, and then okay. So they have to specifically elect to use it. Interesting. That sometimes viewers can abuse that. I've seen streamers use text to speech on like Twitch, and I've seen it go horribly wrong before. Is that what happened to you? Have people done that to you already? Work call, be right back. All right, no problem. Let's see. Is it possible to capture? I'm looking at Stack Overflow right now. Is it possible to capture or print what is displayed in an HTML canvas as an image or PDF? And okay, two data URL seems to be the trick. Two data URL. All right, let's try to do this magic. When do I call this function? Oh, right. I have to wait to call it. That's fine. That's fair. Okay. Create, resize. So I need function create resized image cache. And then create not resized image cache. Okay. And the trick here is I can just copy what we've already got in here. I just need to iterate over each of these canvases, basically. Or these double arrays of canvases. Okay, so this is a canvas. I can do .get data URL to data URL. Yeah, that. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't think that's right. Is that really how you create it? HTML image element. Let me look at how I load my images. I think I do it the same way, right? Oh, I just use new image. I'm lost. Where was the function that I was editing? Here it is. Okay, and then I do image dot source equals the data URL. And then I say, right, I need to assign to this 2D array and we do the same thing again. Very good. Okay, so I claim I have created a cache now of HTML image elements rather than HTML canvas elements. Therefore, I can investigate which of them draws faster. Oh, okay, I need to find, here's the start again. Okay. Yes, and I'm using a fun little binary encoding scheme to keep track of all these 8 different types of drawing methods. Okay. Arrow cache not resized. Image. Okay, so I'm going to paste image at the end of everything. I should fix this. That's not how it's supposed to be. Okay, 1, 1, 0. It should basically be this in place of this. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. So all this is this the same as this case, except it's rounding the X and Y positions. And now it's getting really hard to keep track of all these different things because they look so similar. If I can help it, I kind of want to move you up so that it's in, it's in proper binary counting order. Just like this should be before this. I'm pretty sure that drawing from canvas is actually faster than drawing from an image, but we'll find out. We'll find out for sure now. Okay, and then this should be before this. And this should be before this. And now we get to add these 8 more drawing methods to our array of drawing methods. So much fun. Hello, the Count. How long have I been working with code? Like in general? Like how long have I been programming? Let's see. The answer is since I was 12 years old, which would be 17 years. Okay, I want to read the state of the UI here. It's like second nature. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is pretty much second nature now. That doesn't mean I know everything, but I can pick up a new language pretty quick. Draw from image, yes, is the ID that we're looking for. Yes, and now we turn that into a binary number. Multiply it, and we get 8 in that case. Yeah, I think that's right. Draw from image, yes. Yeah, I think it'll all be connected now. I think I can run the program. Mm-hmm. I don't know how this looks on stream, but I bet it's absolutely disgusting. Okay. So that's doing its thing. And if I click cache resize, it doesn't really improve performance. Oh yeah, okay. It's fine. And then if I do draw from image, it's worse. It's worse when you draw from image. It is worse. Interesting. Even if you're doing resizing, caching rotation is just awful, apparently. Interesting. Wow. That's kind of insane that drawing from an image is slower. drawing from an image is slower than drawing from an HTML canvas. Huh. That's weird. That's weird. Okay. Why do you ask the count if you're still around? All right, so well, that's mission accomplished, and it's a very surprising result. I guess it's a good thing, right? Like it's good because I was already using HTML canvas elements in the first place in my game, so like, all right, whatever. Let's make that text smaller if we can help it. Or or we could do a line break, right? We could do a line break just after this text. We could try that. Okay. Let's mess with the CSS. I totally forgot what I'm doing. Class radio dev. Okay, so that's what I should be messing with, right? I don't have anything messing with that right now. So dot radio div. What do I want to say about dot radio div? Well, I want there to be a line break after the span. Huh. I don't know how to do that actually. That maybe? Yes. As it turns out, yes. That is how you do that. Okay. And could I do like align text? Align center? No, I didn't think that would work. Doing a line is really difficult. It's always such a pain. Yeah, align content center. The display block property prevents aligned content from having an effect. So align items. The display block property prevents align items from having an effect. You know, it's fine. It's decent. Maybe if I did like display flex. Right? Display. Oh, god dang it, dude. The display block on the span is just not doing anything right now. Well, would you look at that? Makes a separate line for each element, which is not what I want. I literally just want a line break for the span. Don't know how to make that happen. Okay, we're not doing display flex. This is preferable. If I want, I could do... What I'd probably do is like add margin to the whole right div, right? Does that work how I think it does? No. No, it do not. No, it do not. What about padding? Is padding what I'm looking for? Yes, it is. Padding is what I'm looking for. Okay. And then another thing I can do is radio div plus radio div. Padding top. Padding top 2%. Maybe more like 1%. Yeah. Wait, why did that break? That broke the left padding. Why did that break the left padding? Oh, did I delete it? Oh, I'm so silly. I'm very silly. Wait. No, it's not on the radio. It's on the right. It's on right div. It's on the right div that has the margin. So yeah, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. The width of it still like extends beyond the bounds, which is not what I want. I'm working on CSS. Yeah, regrettably, I'm working on CSS. Since this is a web application, that unless I want to subject myself to worse torture than CSS, I have to use CSS. Huh. What's the I hate CSS, dude. Yeah, dude, me too. Me too. It's really, really annoying and confusing. Uh, yeah, it's insane. One thing, okay, what I need right now, I think, is there's this magic. Welcome back, by the way. There's this magic CSS tag that makes the dimensions of the object include the padding and the margin because normally it doesn't. What is that magic CSS tag? CSS size include padding. Box sizing. Yeah. That's it. That's the magic. That's the sauce. Box sizing, content box or border box? Let's see. Content box gives you the default CSS box sizing behavior. If you set an element's width to 100 pixels, then the element's content box will be 100 pixels wide, and the width of any border or padding will be added to the final rendered width, making the element wider than 100 pixels. Border box tells the browser to account for any border and padding in the values you specify for the element's width and height. Border box is what I need. Yes. 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 That didn't fix the particular problem I was having. Oh no. Why is this? My question is like, why is this thing way like off the side? That's what needs to be fixed. Because I'm doing left 80% and width 20%. I thought. Does that not... Do I need a more powerful CSS declaration? I did! Oh. I just needed a more powerful CSS declaration. The star. Yes. Not body, despite the fact that all the stuff is already in the body. No. Star magically makes it work. Okay. Perfect. Fantastic. Amazing. That's what I needed it to do. Good. Can I make the spacing between the options a little bit bigger? Yes. Okay. Fantastic. It's still not very pretty, the UI, but it's all right. Ah, boy. Let me eat some food here. JavaScript radio button default. How do I set a default option? Checked equals checked. Okay, let's do that. I want no to be checked by default. So I think to do that, you do this. Oh. Oh. Yeah. No, yeah. Yep, that's the ticket. Okay. I wish it didn't do this, like, selecting the text thing. That's pretty lame. Hmm. All right, and then we do we turn off image smoothing. Image smoothing. Oh, it needs to default on though. It needs to. This needs to default on. Oh, messed up my spacing again. Image smoothing yes is equal to this boolean, and then it's like if image smoothing. Actually, I'll just do this. Enabled is equal to just equal to this boolean. There you go. Cool. Okay. 12 errors. Okay, that's more errors than I was expecting. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this actually doesn't really work. I forgot about that. Okay, silly me. Silly me. Oh, it's just the typing. It's just the typing that's wrong. HTML image. That's so it worked. It was working, but the types. It's just the TypeScript that was wrong. It doesn't actually matter. And I should probably rename this variable to cached image and do that 7 more times. Okay. Yeah, don't want to go overboard. These are actually canvases. Uh, Perfect. Okay. Does disabling image smoothing affect performance? That is the question we can now get an answer to. Okay. Image smoothing, yes. Image smoothing, no. No perceptible difference. It's 290. It's like 280. It's like around 290. And if I turn it back on, it's still around 290. Huh. So, like, I assume image smoothing actually affects the appearance of the arrows, right? It must, surely. They're moving a little bit too fast for me to really be able to tell. I'm pretty sure it does, though. Well, I need bigger arrows, and I need them to not be moving around so fast. Um, Image smoothing only matters for resizing arrows, though. There, let's try this. Let's double this, or I don't know, quadruple the size of the arrows. Massive freaking arrows. I don't really notice. This is no image smoothing. This is yes image smoothing. Okay, yeah, no, there is a visual difference. Okay, good. I was worried there was like a bug in my code, but there's not. I don't write bugs. That's what we learned today. Does bigger arrows matter for performance? It probably should. Right? Surely more pixels is more slower. Okay. So yes to image smoothing. We're at like 250. Okay, yeah, it's like slightly slower. Cache resize? No. Integer position? No, it doesn't matter. Draw from image? Slightly slower. No image smoothing. Nope, it's really... Huh. What I've learned is that none of my performance improving techniques do anything at all. That's what seems to be going on here. Set a slider for the arrow size. It does need an ID. Okay, and I need a listener. I need to add a listener for the input, for this input. Also, I probably want like min max, all that good stuff. 1 max 400 value 40. Does this work as is? Can I use value as number on it? Yes, seemingly I can. And this doesn't do anything naturally. So then I need arrow size input dot add listener on input and I take well, I basically do this And also, I need to redo everything. Redo all the caching. And then state change. Where is that variable? Frames without a state change. There we go. Now I should be able to use the UI to change the arrow size. Yes. The arrows aren't bouncing like I thought they would. Why are the arrows bouncing weird? Like on the bottom in particular. Why did I not notice that before? That seems like a bug. Does the bug only happen when I resize? Seemingly, yes. I think your screen size is not correct. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, but like it looks like it's just an error when you're updating it with this slider. And then like sometimes they bounce early. Some of them bounce early. Or like seemingly normal. Yeah. But that guy didn't uh, I I don't I maybe if I look at that part of the code, I'll have an idea of why it's being weird. Half arrow size. Of course. I need to update half arrow size. Very important variable. There we go. Now everybody's happy, being contained in their rectangular prison, just as they should be. Very good. Very good. Okay. Bug squashed. Let's go back to smaller arrows. Cool. Fantastic. Amazing. I should probably go ahead and like do a line break here realistically, right? Hmm. I'll just go ahead and add padding top 2% to this guy as well. Yeah, there you go. This range is a little bit small, I think. So maybe I go ahead and be like slider div input width a lot. 70%? Does that work? Yes, it does. Perfect. Yep. So I could do tiny arrows. Little itty bitty. Oh, this is perfect. Yes, if I want to obliterate my bitrate, this is the strat right here, right? And I could draw more arrows this way. Yes, perfect. I actually can't draw that many more arrows. I'm up to 300, but that's still not that many more. 300 per millisecond, to be clear. And now this is 200, 212-ish. Okay. Well, the only other thing that I have left to try to tackle for this project, I think, is using WebGL. Dun dun dun. Because this is basically all you can do with drawing images to a canvas using canvas rendering context 2D, which is all basically CPU based. These are your options. You can cache things. You can set the position to an integer number only. You could draw from an image or from a canvas. You wouldn't do that. You could only ever draw from a canvas, apparently, because image is just always slower. And then you could turn off or on image smoothing. But none of these things seem to affect performance, at least not on Chrome. So, I would love an excuse to get to like learn a little bit of WebGL. That wasn't actually initially what I wanted to do for this project, but since it should be relatively easy, I figure I might as well try it. I might as well try it. But I know that it's tricky, like because whenever you have to do stuff with the GPU, it's a whole different language, literally. Like GPUs have their own programming language, basically. CUDA, yeah. Well, yes, CUDA, but it also might be a separate concept to um I'm more specifically talking about shaders, and I think CUDA is actually a whole layer on top of that too, but I wouldn't know. So here's what ChatGPT told me. I replaced const with let because I never use const for anything. So I think I do this. Right, we'll start out really slow. What is the type of this? WebGL rendering context. WebGL rendering context. Does doing this somehow break the whole thing? I don't think it should, but anything's possible with WebGL. Okay. It still works, things still draw. Alright, good. Good stuff. So it seems that um, that WebGL coexists with Canvas Rendered Context 2D. They're allowed to coexist. Um, this seems like something that I want to do. So let's try doing this next. Um, problem. Okay, I would actually need to save this for after preloading is done. Got to save this for after preloading. Where is preloading done? Here. Okay, and we give it an image. This is a little bit of a problem because we've actually got 12 different images, but we'll start with just... We'll start with the first one. Whatever the first arrow color is, which I think is red. Is it okay with that? It seems to be okay with that. Oh. Cannot read properties of null. Reading create texture. Huh? 163. GL? GL is null? GL is null. GL is in fact null. Okay. So what is bitmap renderer, for one thing? And what's the difference between WebGL and WebGL 2? What does this do? This now magically returns WebGL 2 rendering context. Does that work? No, it do not. Okay, so I must have this like disabled in my browser or something. Okay, I'm gonna Google things. I have a graphics card, to be clear. like this should not be a problem. Chrome is up to date. This is like a pretty average, above average, in fact, computer. Okay, JavaScript. JavaScript. Canvas. WebGL. WebGL is null. How about that? Why get context returns null on Chrome? On Ubuntu. You can only get one type of context from a particular canvas. No. Once you get a context for that canvas, you can't get any other type of context for that same canvas. A. And B, if you ask for the same type of context on that canvas, you'll get the same context you got the first time, not a new one. Huh. Okay. All right. We can cope with that. We can cope with that. What we have to do is create another canvas, obviously. Okay. Does this now work? Oh no. Yes, but oh no. I can't help but notice that it's all black. Okay, interesting. So WebGL initializes their canvas to all black. Actually, wait. Mm. Mm-hmm. Okay. More likely it initializes it to transparent. There we go. Huh. I see. They're kind of side by side. Or like on top of each other. Okay. So in that case, I do this to both of them. Now they're overlapping. Yes. Yes, very good. But I think actually I only want to give a background to one of them, technically. I want to give a background to the bottommost one only. I think. Opposite of what I just did. How about that? Yeah. Yes, that's right. Because you now notice you can see the 2D one, but also invisibly there's the WebGL one on top of it. Yes. Okay, that's what we want. And we successfully created the WebGL context. Amazing. We're making progress. We're making progress. Okay. This is like the final boss. And allegedly we created a texture from an image. Um, hmm. Now create program is definitely not right, right? ChatGPT failed me here. Okay. I'm googling around. Supposedly, to draw an image. This is according to webglfundamentals.com.org. We need a vertex shader and a fragment shader. I don't know what those are, but allegedly we need those. Oh my lord. Okay. No idea if this is correct. It's probably not, actually, but check this out, okay? This is stolen from WebGL Fundamentals, okay. And it's unhappy because type annotations are not on. Matrix equals M4 dot orthographic. What is M4? Huh. Well, something must be horribly wrong, or I missed some stuff. Hmm. Yeah, that's something's totally missing because I looked up further in the document and it's still just like nope, there's no M4. I'm on Stack Overflow now. Hmm. Okay, and this is totally self-contained. Hmm. Uh, let's start with this instead, shall we? Okay. We're bouncing around all over the place trying to find trying to find. Okay, here we go. Is this fewer errors? Is this fewer errors? Okay. You need to be changed to GL, right? That must be the canvas, yeah. This is looking good. Vertex buffer. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. This might be in the direction of working. And these are mad at me because they don't have type annotations. Yeah, that's the only reason they're mad. Let's do this temporarily. Oh. Well, that's a bad program. Sure. These are numbers. I'm pretty sure these are just numbers. I'm inferring by the variable name. Oops. This is destination X, destination Y, texture height, texture width. And then the texture might actually be a texture, although this might be an image. This might be an image. No, no, it is not. It is a create texture, WebGL texture. What am I creating the texture? Oh, image. Okay, here we go. Image.source, image.jpg. Uh-huh. This looks very similar. Very similar to this code over. Yeah, it looks very similar to this, although this is different. This is actually significantly different. Texture, image 2D, and it's using like RGBA and stuff. Texture, image 2D. Oh no, yeah, this is doing the same thing. Text parameter E. Parametery. Parameteri? Why? Why is that the name of your function? Why would why am I passing that in as an argument? Who wrote this code? Oh my god, I hate it. This Stack Overflow BS. Let's try that. These arguments aren't even used, dude. Wait, what? And look at this. Stack Overflow is God. Look, Stack Overflow is great, except sometimes when it's not. Look at this, like. See, this is a whole different language right here. I think this is like in the language of the shader. Diffusion AI, do you know how to write shaders? By any chance, do you know what's going on here? I figure I should ask. Do you happen to be an experienced game developer? No shader from you. All right, that's fine. That's fair. I do have Stack Overflow. But why are these arguments being passed in? That's what I don't understand. They're not being used anywhere, I don't think. Not even Unity shaders. That's fair. That's fine. Okay, so the image is already loaded, I claim. So we're not going to be doing that. And we're not referencing this. Instead, we're referencing image, our image. The amount of boilerplate present for this is mind blowing. It's so mind blowing. Okay, check this out. These two arrays right here are kind of just like these arrays. Buffer data. Buffer data, yeah. They're slightly different. But I believe what these represent are the vertices of our triangles. That's the one thing I know about shaders and using your GPU to do graphics. Everything has to be triangles. Literally at the hardware level, apparently, it's really good at just handling triangles. So these make sense to me, and they're identical. This pair here. These are vertices of triangles, and there's two triangles because it's a rectangular image. Yeah, 3-point shapes. Yeah, two of them. Boop boop boop, boop boop boop. However, notably over here in this code, it's different, right? Assuming I can do this. Oh, this is only 8 numbers. Huh. Zero one zero zero 1011. So is this I just said everything is triangles. This doesn't look like triangles. This looks like these look like squares or rectangles. Okay. Huh. Yeah, 4 points is a box. Huh. GL.viewport. Okay, this is important. Let's see, canvas GL.width, I think, and then canvas GL.height. Okay. I don't know what ulock is. The Stack Overflow guy put it in there. Let's see. Yeah, this is not. These numbers aren't even used. These parameters. I don't understand. Let's try running it, right? Let's try running it. let's see. Call it with some 4 numbers that don't get used, and an image, arrow colors 0. The first one, red. Let's draw it. Let's put it on screen. Boom, there it is. Cool. That's not quite right, is it? Cool. Cool. I notice it's pointing down, and I'm pretty sure it's actually supposed to be pointing up, so it might also be flipping the image. Also, the underneath canvas is not really being shown currently. Huh. That's something. That's something. I shouldn't need text width and height because the image has those parameters. Huh. That's very strange. Supposedly it's missing a call to Pixel Store I, unpack flip Y. Huh. Well, that was the second answer on Stack Overflow. Maybe the first answer will get me even closer. Yeah, this seems like a better version of it, if I'm honest. Let's try this one. Let's try this random Stack Overflow one. Okay. This is now, let's see, canvas GL. And that can stay GL. WebGL utils. Okay, check this out. Check this out. I'm gonna copy this because I'm pretty sure WebGL utils is this person's like own personal library. Here we go. I'm using the shaders from the previous example. What could possibly go wrong? This variable is not used. So why bother? Huh. Okay. Well, this width can just be equal to image.width and image.height. We know this. Destination x and y should be parameters of the function. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Convert destination pixel coordinates to clip space coordinates. Okay. That I almost believe that this is working. Build a matrix that will stretch out our unit quad to our desired size and location. Okay, so this is a matrix. Okay, interesting. So we set up a matrix multiplication to position the texture. Huh. And then we do it. We call draw arrays. And this is the same that was in the AI one right here. So this seems better. And these points are more sensible to me. Although this is only done once. Notice. This buffer only happens one time, whereas in the AI thing it happened 2 times. My understanding, I can only look for patterns in the code at this point, dude, because there's so little. I I don't understand any of what's going on. But this looks like it might work, right? And I'm using this stolen shader program from that other code. It could work, right? It could totally work. Let's draw that one arrow at 0.00. And hopefully it's not like stretched again. Reference error program is not defined. What line is that? Line 294. How is it not? Oh, so I probably want to use... I could probably just like rename this, right? The program. And then it will work. I feel like my IDE should have caught that error. Okay. We have WebGL errors. Invalid value, enable vertex attribute array, index out of range. Vertex attribute pointer, index out of range. Huh. Line 310, supposedly. Line 310. Position location. That's that's so redundant. Position location? What are you talking about? Okay. What if I try to fix that with my AI code? It calls it position location too. It calls it position location as well. What is program here? Look at this. Vertex shader source, fragment shader source. Okay, okay. I feel like we're so close. Shader source, compile shader. Shader source. Compile shader. I think this is right. I think this part of the code seems totally right. And then attach program equals this, get attrib location. Link program and use program. Are those absolutely necessary? Here's use program. Is link program necessary? I don't know. Impossible to tell. Impossible to tell. Get attrib location program. Get attrib location program. And what about texture coordinate location? Well, it doesn't do that. What if, okay, we could just copy this lower part of it and see if that works better than the Stack Overflow answer. Uh, hmm. I think this was the error. Yeah. Why? Why is this the error? I say, let's see, position buffer equals create buffer. Let's compare these like side by side. There's a way to do that. Okay. Yeah, position buffer, position buffer. Bind buffer, bind buffer. Buffer data, buffer data. These are floats, these are ints. The X's and Y's are swapped between them, but that probably doesn't matter. It's identical code, dude. Except for some reason, this is looking up different things. I mean, this isn't even used, and this isn't used until later. It's like executing the same code, dude. I feel like I don't understand why there's not just a snippet of code for this online, easily accessible, right? Like, this seems like the first thing you would want to do with WebGL. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, I'm looking at the Mozilla documentation now. Create texture. Create an image. Oh, interesting. There's different requirements for images that have dimensions that are a power of 2. What? Should I be using WebGL too? Huh. Okay. The like tutorial on Mozilla shows me how to use textures to like put in images on the faces of a cube, which is not what I want. And then, okay, and if I go to the 2D part, it wants me to draw a square on the screen, which is not what I want. It's also telling me to include the GL Matrix library. I don't want the GL Matrix library. Stop it. Don't give me libraries, dude. The Mozilla's own documentation is like, dude, we can't even make JavaScript to do this. We need you to use this library, please. Holy cow, dude, that's embarrassing. It should be at least. This is so crazy. Okay, a shader is a program written using the OpenGL ES shading language, also known as GLSL. You write the vertex shader and the fragment shader in GLSL and pass the text of the code into WebGL to be compiled for execution on the GPU. Together, a set of vertex and fragment shaders is a shader program. Got it. See, this is helpful. This is helpful documentation. Each time a shape is rendered, the vertex shader is run for each vertex in the shape. Its job is to transform the input vertex from its original coordinate system into the clip space coordinate system used by WebGL, in which each axis has a range from -1 to 1, regardless of aspect ratio, actual size, or any other factors. Okay, that's what clip space means. The vertex shader must perform the needed transforms on the vertex's position, make any other adjustments or calculations it needs to make on a per vertex basis, then return the transformed vertex by saving it in a special variable provided by GLSL called GL_position. It returns the transform vertex. The vertex shader transforms the vertex and returns it. Okay. All right. ChatGPT is, I think, my best option right now, unfortunately. Hmm. This program is supposed to draw an image to my canvas using WebGL, but it, let's see, at some destination point, dest x, dest y, but it has a bug, and I don't know how to fix it. Here's the code. Nope, that's not the bug. Although that's fair because, oh yeah, okay, I told the incorrect information. Correction, dest x and dest y are passed in as parameters. Okay. ChatGPT says the issue might be that the clip height value is being miscalculated as a negative value, which could cause the rectangle to be rendered upside down. That's not the bug. Frick, dude. What is this? I'm gonna send it this and maybe it'll help me. Okay. This means you're trying to enable an attribute with an index that doesn't exist in your vertex shader. What do you mean? A underscore position? Surely that exists. Huh? In your code, you're trying to enable the vertex attribute with the index that. It's that line of code. It's saying that that's an index? Okay. Double check that the vertex shader contains an attribute with the name A underscore position. The vertex shader has to contain A underscore position? So is this the problem? Is that it needs to have A underscore position in it? It's possible I intended to use A vertex instead of A underscore position here. Is that true? Okay. So supposedly I take this and I put it here. Okay. Is that right? That could make sense. Yeah, I think that's right. I'm looking at the Stack Overflow again. I honestly didn't know that the shader was related to the attributes we're looking up. I might have paid more attention if I knew that was the case. Okay. So hold on, check this out. What we do is we actually... Well, this is going to be annoying. Right? Here's the shader. Here's the vertex shader from the Stack Overflow. And now I need to put all these guys in quotes. Home, quote, and then quote, and then pluses on everybody. Okay, that's the first part. That's the vertex shader, and then the fragment shader. Why is there a slash script in the fragment shader? I don't think that's supposed to be there. Okay. Here's the fragment shader. And it looks kind of similar, right? It looks kind of similar. This part is for sure basically the same. Okay. The variable names are super important. I did not realize that. Okay. So here's the shader that the person actually used. All right, Diffusion, thanks for sticking around. Hope to see you again. Have a good day. This does not need to be there. Okay, now does the shader shade? Now does the shader shade? Oh, look at it. It's beautiful. There's an arrow up there. Okay. Now what if I passed in what if I used a for loop, right? Arrows I dot color index arrow colors arrows I x arrows I y. Okay. Oh, cool. Okay, this isn't quite right, but it's getting there. God, look at the frame rate. Oh my god, the frame rate, dude. Oh. It's bad. Okay. So, how how do we buffer this? How do we cache this? Because we can't do it every frame multiple times. We can't do all this setup every time, which totally makes sense. Totally reasonable. I don't know. We can consult the chat GPT again. It got us pretty far. Well, what it did was it explained the code that I didn't understand. This is my program for drawing an input image at a given point on the canvas. Can you explain how I can modify this code to only do initialization steps once? I have an array of images called arrow colors. those are the only images I will ever need to draw. Okay. You can create and compile the shaders, link the program, and set the uniform and attribute locations only once. Okay. Compile the shaders, create the program, attach the shaders. So I'm guessing all this, and yeah, I think all these. I guess all this stuff is the initial setup, right? And is the rest of this going to have to be done each frame? Because that seems like a lot. It seems like a lot. I could be wrong. Might run really fast, but it seems like a lot. Man, it's still going. Oh, and then it got stuck. Okay, it got cut off. Oh, it's gonna rewrite everything. It's really stupid. I literally just told it not to rewrite everything, but it's rewriting everything. Hmm. Okay. So let's do this. Okay. Here's where I've gotten so far with it. Okay. This is the same. This is all basically the same. Yeah. Create, attach. Uh-huh. You create the position buffer in initialization, and you can create the texture in initialization as well. Image. Use program, bind texture, text image 2D image. Really? Is that so? And if I had to guess what comes next, is it's probably this, right? It's probably just this. Is that right? Let me go look at the ChatGPT again. Did it just repeat everything? Yeah, it totally fucked up. Try again. Nope. No, okay. That's not gonna. I'm gonna assume that what I've got is what I was trying to write. Cool. Let's try this. Okay. We'll call this draw image GL3. Draw image GL3. I guess we'll have a global texture, right? We'll have a global texture. All this stuff can just be global. This is not even used, but whatever. Who knows? It might be important. It might be essential to the functioning of the program. Okay. And then we go down here to, well, this doesn't do anything right now. This will do something eventually. That's probably how I will do it. Okay, and now draw image GL3. What does this do? Bind texture. Huh. This is probably still going to be really slow, right? Let's see if it works. I would settle for just working, right? Like incrementally and no. Program not linked. We can solve that. Link program use program. So I need to go up here in my initialization. Do I link the program first or what? Oh, I actually already called link program. Huh. Really? What? Program not linked. But I did link it. I did link it. Hold on. Line 41. Okay, maybe it's not what I think it is. Line 41. This gives me an error saying program not linked. But this is... What? That doesn't make any sense. Hmm. Why does it have that problem? Why is it mad at me? It doesn't want to link. Is this different than the sequence of operations I did before? Hmm. Seemingly no. Oh god, this is frustrating. So I assume this still works, right? Yes, it does. But this will not work, right? Yeah, no. Use program, program not valid. Draw arrays, not a valid shader program to use. Yeah. Huh. I literally just linked the program, dude. Look. uh okay, maybe I Google that, right? Maybe I Google that and it gives me an answer. Program not valid, program not linked. Let's see if Stack Overflow says anything about this. Am I missing a closing curly brace at the end of my vertex shader? That's what was happening in that case, supposedly. All the way up. All the way up. Here we go. I did just copy this from ChatGPT, right? So it wouldn't put it past ChatGPT to make some kind of weird little error like that, right? What? Oh my god. Oh, I did this. This was me. I did that. I did that myself. I replaced var with let everywhere. Therefore, the var in varying got hit. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, you didn't see any of that. That's fine. It's fine. It's whatever. It was this. This. That said lettying, and I didn't notice. Okay, let's see if it works now. Oh my god, look at it. Still not super fast. But it's on its way, right? It's on its way. It's significantly faster, but still not regular HTML canvas yet. Interesting. I mean, it's got the different colors, right? A lot of it is working. A lot of it is working. Cool. Well, it's just about time for me to be shuffling off today, unfortunately. I've got to go do like a workout and, have the rest of my day. I'm probably going to work on this some more this evening and probably tomorrow. We shall see. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this exploration into WebGL shaders. Honestly, it is embarrassing having to use ChatGPT to write the code for me because I'm just so clueless when it comes to shaders. But this is how I learn. This is how I'm going to learn it. So I'm very interested in learning more. Hope to see you all next time, though. Until then,